saying this peacefully. Please go to your country. 30 June is the deadline, but it's not like you must leave on the 30th of June.
Yes.
Don't leave on the 30th of June. Leave now, because the 30th of June, I can't control people of South Africa.
The dust is not settling on the situation in South Africa involving foreigners, as that incident in a part of Johannesburg shows in that clip. I'll play the full clip in the course of the program. Welcome to Global Matters. I am Shola Jaisimi. It's the third straight edition of the program in which we're looking at the issues with regards to xenophobia in South Africa. This is even as the South African authorities have condemned what occurred, and just a couple of days ago, on Thursday last week actually, the South African cabinet minister said that what we're actually seeing are doctored footages, doctored clips of the situation in that country. Interesting. Well, the fact is that some community activists are threatening non-South Africans to leave their country, as that clip shows. Now, let me play the full clip, and my guest and I will get into this conversation around what's happening in South Africa and non-South Africans.
Where?
Huh?
Yes. Yes. So what are you doing here? Because we've been calling for you guys to leave the country. Why are you still here?
I was going to school for children.
No, my brother. No. Please, respect what we are saying, and don't try and oppose what we are doing. Don't listen to the government, don't listen to the police, don't listen to anyone. Just listen to us. We are saying this peacefully. Please go to your country. 30 June is the deadline, but it's not like you must leave on the 30th of June.
Yes.
Don't leave on the 30th of June. Leave now, because the 30th of June, I can't control people of South Africa. All right, let's do the right thing. Respect our country, respect us. Wait.
You sit down here.
Yeah. What were you doing here?
No, I have a business here, so I'll go to school here. We're going to have a trip, so I'll go to take something.
So who's this?
This is a boy, I know he's staying to Pretoria.
Yeah, so why is he running away?
I don't know.
Why are you running away?
I'm scared.
Why?
I'm scared.
Do you know we started do you know we started this thing in January, and we've been asking you guys to leave the country because we want to sort out our things in town? Why are you still staying in town? Well, because we've been begging for 6 months. We've been begging you guys to leave South Africa. Why are you still here? And then when you see us, you are running. So you are running. Where are you coming from? Uganda. So as you were running to Uganda. Where were you running to? Don't do this. No problem. The fight is not about you.
Yeah,
the fight is about correcting the systems and fixing our country. So we don't want to have a problem with you. Just please go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And what are you doing here in town?
Just cooking food.
Phones.
Cooking food.
No, you can't leave your country to come and cook food here. It's not right. Constitutionally, you can't do that. Constitution doesn't allow that. Only South Africans must cook food. Please go home. Now Baba still in Hambe, and I'm coming back on Tuesday again. I don't want to see any foreign. Please.
So those are two non-South Africans there being quizzed by a community activist. He was asking the other one, like you heard there, when he was apprehended and brought down, was asking him that as he was running off, that was he running back to Uganda. Hilarious spot, serious issues. Chris Anyanwu is Executive Director of the Global Advocacy for African Affairs. So Chris, before we get into the issue around that clip, let me play you one other clip. It's of a Nigerian who stood up to some persons who harassed him at a public facility, also in Johannesburg.
I'm not going out. No, please. I'm paying tax in this country for which country? This country for 21 years. My business registration is 20 to honor paying taxes. Yeah, so why are you telling me not to be here? Why? Why are you telling me? Yeah? I'm a South African. I got my ID with me. I can't walk out. I can't walk out. Do your work. Yeah, I can't. I can't. Hello? Yeah, hello. South Africa got 100 and something companies in Nigeria. 100. They are using our hospital. You don't talk rubbish. They are using it for free. What I pay? Yeah. Sorry. What kind of stupid, wicked people are here? Killing people in the hospital. It's very bad. This your attitude is bad. You are killing people. No country in this world do they do that kind of rubbish you are doing. It's wickedness. Maybe you are from Mozambique or Zimbabwe. You come here claim South Africa. You are forefathers from Mozambique or Zimbabwe. You come here and claim South Africa. Killing people. You think you are fighting for right. That is not your right. You're just stupid. It's not your right.
Can you please calm down?
Touch me now. I'll finish you here now. I'm serious. Touch me. Touch me. Seriously,
Can you listen?
no, what they are doing is bad.
A Nigerian there standing up to some South Africans who came around him and were asking him to get out of a public facility. So we can see the divergent perspectives. Some are quite calm when they are encountered by some activists who say, get out of our country, and some are standing up for their rights. The two gentlemen you saw in the first video, a Ugandan and someone from the DRC, that was the first person who was approached. He was approached, and as we can see, it's becoming something quite interesting. This is the third time we're bringing this issue to the program consecutively. We did that the previous week, we did that last week, and we're doing the same thing again. It's because it's so important. AIT, African Independent Television, what's the philosophy? To look at Africa, to ensure that we look at these things that bond us together as Africans, as those two flags show. And you see the presidents of the two countries, Cyril Ramaphosa and President Bola Tinubu, they are all smiles. This was at a summit in 2024. But I don't know whether those smiles are still there at the moment, because things are very, very, very interesting between the two countries. Let me bring Chris into the conversation immediately so that we can start looking at issues. Chris, you run the Global Advocacy for African Affairs. What's your take about what's happening in Africa, in South Africa, to non-South Africans who are Africans?
Thank you very much, Shola. What is happening in South Africa is actually very unfortunate. Surprisingly, it's not new. Xenophobia in South Africa dates back to 1994. And I think 2008 was about the climax when about 62 people, lost their lives. Majority of whom are, immigrants. So, but what is actually surprising is what looks like the inability of the South African government to actually do something about what is going on. I mean, this is sheer criminality. This is lawlessness. This is a pointer to a state that is about to fail. And I believe the government is benefiting from, the government of South Africa is benefiting from it because...
Why do you say
and
that?
I will tell you.
Why did you say that?
Well, I will tell you, Shola. You see, the South African government has failed its citizens. And the citizens are meting out their angers to the wrong persons. They are talking about their jobs being taken away. They are talking about insecurity in the country. They are talking about people enjoying what they are supposed to enjoy in South Africa. Why do you blame the people for all of that? I mean, presently in South Africa, unemployment is about 43%, over 43%. Is that, is citizens the reason why unemployment is that high?
You mean immigrants?
Immigrants, are they the reasons why such unemployment figure is so high?
Yeah, but the South Africans are saying, look, you these non-immigrants, you these immigrants, you're taking our jobs. And the accusation against non-nationals is that when they come in, probably a job that could be done for let's say 40 rand per hour, an immigrant will say, okay, give me 10, give me 15, I'll get it done.
Shola, unemployment everywhere in the world is a symptom of a struggling economy. It has nothing to, I mean, it's on record that United States of America has the highest number of immigrants, particularly from Africans. I mean, nobody has blamed immigrants for unemployment. Is a fair symptom of a struggling economy, and the fact that the government is not doing what it's supposed to do. The figures are not adding up. It is not the duty of immigrants to make South Africa work. South Africa is suffering. There's a problem of insecurity. There's a problem of unemployment, as they keep, touting all over the place. These are the problems that they should confront their government with, and leave the poor immigrants alone. And to even make matter worse, Shola, it reminds all of us how people can forget so easily. South Africa is one country that enjoyed a comprehensive solidarity from every part of Africa. Especially Nigeria and the Ghana that all of a sudden became their enemy right now. And it's unfortunate that most of the younger ones that are doing all these things have lost touch with history. And I believe South Africa should actually intervene to let the world know that they are in charge. The government is not doing well. And that was why I said they are the biggest beneficiary of what is going on in South Africa. Because their people are exonerating them from the problem that they created in the system, and then taking the anger to the very wrong persons. So, people should sit up. South Africa should sit up. It is a sheer lawlessness that is going on in South Africa. Criminality. What? People looting people's goods and services, killing people unperturbed, unchallenged. This is sheer criminality. And the South African government seems to be, to do what they are supposed to do as a government. Somebody is in charge. Somebody should brace up to his responsibility. It's actually so annoying that, we are seeing all these things in a place like South Africa. A place that, erasing every legacy that Nelson Mandela has put in place. A place that is supposed to stand, as an example in Africa. That is where we are seeing all this mess going on and everything. South Africa the leadership and the government of South Africa must sit up. This is really getting out of hand. And I think the governments across Africa are actually not doing enough.
But if you recall, Christian, Ghana not only signified its intention to bring over 3 of its citizens back home a couple of days ago. Nigeria had done so earlier. It got about 130 persons who said, we want to come back to Nigeria. Ghana went further by reporting the matter to the African Union Commission on Human Rights. Nigeria has not gone to that level, but Nigeria has summoned the acting South African High Commissioner to Nigeria. And when you know what summons means in diplomatic parlance, it means we're not happy what's happening. Do you think President Tinubu and his newly appointed, nominated ambassador to South Africa, Femi Fani Kayode, do you think Mr. Fani Kayode can get there and try and resolve all of this, or is it that we'll continue to have a situation where, look, all of you, like that man said, he said, I am not just a South African. He said, I am a Nigerian. I'm not just a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian with South African citizenship. There's nothing you can do to me. That was what that man said. How are we going to resolve all of this?
You see, like I said during my intro, these problems, transcends Tinubu. It transcends Tinubu's government.
But we saw him and Ramaphosa smiling cozily in that picture at Old Summit.
We've been having these issues right from 1994, 2008, 2015, 2018, even 2019, and it's been going on. So, and I think this should go beyond the newly posted ambassador. There's what is called retaliatory diplomacy.
Reciprocity.
Yes. And it encompasses, you just mentioned one of them, it encompasses the reciprocity you just mentioned. You can respond economically, tit for tat. You can respond in so many ways.
Our senator said so, but the Senate president said, look, we will send the delegation to Pretoria.
It has gotten to,
Cape Town, rather.
It has actually gotten to that stage where retaliatory diplomacy has to be activated. Because it does seem that there's no end in sight. the South African government is not doing enough. As a matter of fact, like I keep saying, they are the biggest beneficiary of what is happening in South Africa. And there are also the place of some of the politicians in South Africa who are pandering around populist sentiments. These people should be called to order. Countries should begin to respond in like terms. That's the only language that I feel South Africa can understand at this stage. You have South African citizens in so many other countries, in Africa even. And no country can actually survive alone. Somebody made, one of the senators the other time, I was listening to one of the senators, saying something about Ramaphosa having an interest in DSTV and all those things. Look, they should activate retaliatory diplomacy.
But what many do not know as we
one
speak.
interesting thing, let me just say this. I was listening to a trending video this morning shared by the second richest man here, Mr. Rabiu.
Abu Samad Rabiu.
Abu Samad Rabiu. That from some few months ago, he was at the airport.
Last year.
Yes. And then he was unaware that his visa had expired by just 1 day. And then he was delayed for about 4 hours. And then while sitting and waiting for the whole thing to be resolved, he was seeing about 3 international flights arrived at the airport, and all of them was getting free, seamless, undisturbed entry into South Africa.
But does Mr. Abdul Samad Rabiu's visa expiry scenario, does that mean the South Africans should waive it and allow him get into South Africa if his visa had expired a day before? Will he get an entry in Europe if his visa had expired a day before he arrived?
The point I'm making, Shola, is that Africa must do better. You see, there is a protocol
sorry, when you say better, if Mr. Samad gets to Johannesburg, which is the entry point for international flights, his visa expired yesterday, he got in today. Should they allow,
Shola,
should the immigration allow enter South Africa?
Here is my point, Shola. This has nothing
so that we do not just,
this has nothing to do with Mr. Samad. I'm talking about a larger problem in Africa. Africa, there is a protocol on free movement of people on the table that has never been ratified.
That's the point.
Good. So these are the part of the problems we are having around here. And I think AU should do more. Our leaders must do more. Shola, you visit Europe. You see what happened in Europe. You know, from one country to another. In fact, I was so embarrassed one day. I was moving from France to Vienna, my very first time. And I stopped at the airport and I was looking at the immigration. I forgot myself completely. Only for someone to tap my back and say, look, you are in Europe. Didn't you just arrive from Paris? And I was so, that was when I realized. So
you woke up?
Yes. That was when I realized what I was doing.
Why did you slip off?
Because I'm coming from a place where such thing never happens. So we should begin to put our house in order. The issue of the second richest man in Africa, suffering. I mean, this is a man that has invested in almost all parts of Africa.
But my point, when we raise the issue of Mr. Rabiu, sorry, sir. My point when we raise the issue of Mr. Rabiu, who said this just yesterday at the African CEOs Forum holding in Kigali, you work with the Rwandans. They have a policy on visa on arrival and all of that. So probably are we going to be pushing towards asking South Africa, look, visa on arrival. And remember, South Africa introduced this policy when Ramaphosa and President Tinubu met in 2024. They had the National Commission. A lot of goodies came out from that, and they spoke about it. So I am thinking we should not use what happened to Mr. Samad. If your visa has expired, should you be allowed entry into another country?
So that we don't waste so much.
No, I'm stressing this so that we don't ride on nationalistic sentiment.
Yeah, absolutely, you're correct. Nobody should allow you entry if you don't have the proper documentation. It is the standard everywhere in the world. But my point is that our leaders have got to do more. There are a lot of work on the tables of our leaders. And this is part of the problems we are also suffering in South Africa. I just mentioned to you that part of the trade agreement on the table, African Continental Free Trade Agreement, is this that the lying fellow that has not been ratified. That has not been ratified. So our leaders should begin to work on what is happening in South Africa. Look, I call it criminality. That is what it is. How do you
and
wake
that's
up?
exactly what Ramaphosa has called it. His predecessors
Ramaphosa
has called it.
is playing to the gallery. He should wake up and do more. Ramaphosa is not doing, is not doing a lot. People wake up in the morning. We just watch that video. People taking laws into their hand. I mean, this is a sign of a failing state. Going to loot people's property, taking laws into their hands. In 2008, 60-something people were killed. Up to today, they've not gotten justice. This has been a real
of that 60-something people who were killed, 28 were actually South African.
Yes, I said majority were immigrants. I said that. So, but they need to get justice. And because nobody has, we are not aware that anybody has been punished. That is why these things keep repeating.
So
this is 2026.
Yeah.
We are talking about since 1994. This is 2026. So this transfer is beyond the ambassador you just mentioned that is in South Africa.
That will be
this is government. This is countries must sit up and agree that look, if this should continue, so things, and part of my recommendation, like I said, must be retaliatory diplomacy, which encompasses a lot of things. They come
with the look on Mr. Fani Kayode's face in that clip, which my production colleague put up there. I know he may not be going there to bite immediately in Pretoria, but Mr. Fani Kayode, I'm sure, will be going there to tell the South African Foreign Ministry, International Cooperation, as it's called, that look, you need to get something done, South African authorities, so that you can simmer on all of this. Your parting shot on this. We've been talking about this in the last 3 weeks. Your parting shot. And my hope is that next week's edition, we will have moved on to something else. But because it's a center point of Africa Independent Television's philosophy, to look at Africa, that's why we've been on it. Your closing shot.
This is a stand on the African solidarity that even our forefathers have been preaching for years. I mean, this got to stop. It is one thing. It is one crime too many, and this is not insurmountable. The government of South Africa must wake up. Like I said,
so if the Nigerian government should not wake up.
No. It's happening in South Africa, not in Nigeria.
No, but like you said,
yes.
I also mentioned, and we all know, Nigeria summoned the acting high commissioner. Is that how it should end?
Shola, the duty of every government first is to protect lives and property. South Africa is not doing that. People are dying. People are losing their livelihood. First, the responsibility is on the doorstep of South Africa to do something. When they keep failing, there are other countries whose citizens are victims can retaliate in several ways. And I've just made few suggestions here. So, first of all, South Africa must, as a matter of priority, wake up. This is not politics. This is a very dirty politics. And the people that have been, shouldered, the people that have been covered, I've had some of the, politicians in South Africa and public servants in South Africa, supporting this, calling people to attack people and all those things. Those people must be arrested. Those people must be shown. You should stop scapegoating the innocent people who have come to earn livelihood innocently, obeying your laws, paying their taxes. Go to where the problem is. Scapegoat your leaders so that the people causing problems. They are not giving you jobs. They are not giving you security. They are not doing anything for you. And you are scapegoating the wrong people. You are fighting the wrong people.
And the foreigners who are also engaged in criminal activities should be made to answer questions of the law.
There is criminality everywhere. Wherever there is criminality, the law must take its course. Okay. But you don't just make out things that people have no business to do on innocent people. So that's just first criminality, bring them to book and everything. But first and most importantly, the South African government must sit up.
Chris Anyanwu, the Executive Director of the Global Advocacy for African Affairs, your thoughts on this issue of the xenophobic issues in South Africa. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you, Shola.
And I appreciate you for watching as well. It's something we've been trending on because of its importance. Africans must unite. Those are the kind of songs we've heard some of those who have done albums and all of that tell us that we need to unite. Let the unity flow. I am Shola Jaisimi. I thank you for watching this edition of Global Matters. Have a lovely evening.